the Culture Conversations podcast.
AT Network presents Inside the Culture. I'm your host, Anthony Thompson II.
Co-host and first lady of Inside the Culture, Big Jew, not the little one.
Ooh, you know what time it is. It's your boy Will Bennett. Let's go with the conversation.
Okay, so I recently saw this interview between Speedy and Glorilla. She was promoting her new album. It was released this past Friday. Heard lots of good things about it. I did listen to some. I'm a big Glorilla fan. I saw her when she performed here in Detroit in January, I believe. I love her.
And she had a lot of Detroit people on that album. And gospel people. That's crazy.
Kirk Franklin.
Is she saved? I wonder.
Kirk Franklin on a Glorilla album. So what we doing? Gospel trap now?
That's a thing though, bro.
Hey, okay.
You gotta, that's how you reach the younger generation, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, Big Jew used to be listening to Stump when she was growing up.
My mama definitely was playing that. Definitely that whole album. I heard that regularly.
Hey, Will, I was supposed to say that Kirk Franklin was like some of the only gospel artists I knew.
Hey.
Exactly, you judging me, and you was on. We're the same.
I got saved in college though, Big Jew.
Well, anyways, back to business here. So in the interview, Speedy asked her if she thought that all men cheat. Now we are specifically talking about men in relationships, not situationships, not dating, but specifically in relationships and marriages. Now, my opinion is that all men don't cheat, but I'm gonna say like 95% of them have cheated at
95?
98.
That's a big number.
98 have cheated.
Hold on, you said 98 now.
Yeah, I changed it. 98.
You believe 98% of men in this whole world, you know how many men is in this world?
Yeah.
And you believe 98%
have
black
cheated.
men don't cheat.
That's ridiculous.
Black men clearly lie because you're lying.
We don't cheat. We just like to have fun. And that's what it is.
Hold on, we talking about black men or all men?
Just men. All men.
See,
all
look,
men cheat was the question. Her response was, first she said that she believes that they all cheat. Then she took it back and she said all the men she likes cheat. And I can relate to that because the type of guys I'm attracted to, terrible.
You just attracted to some trash, man.
Trash. Oscar the Grouch all day.
Why you be attracting these guys, man? Or what make you attracted to them? Because this is
okay. Let me give y'all a couple statistics real quick because that was kind of a bold number. It says here that 20% of married men have had sex with someone other than their spouse, compared to 13% of married women. Y'all right there.
I don't believe any of those numbers. I believe both numbers are much higher and people just not telling the truth. That's what I think.
They said 70% of dating couples cheat. They said more dating people cheat than married people.
There's this documentary on Netflix about Ashley Madison. The website came out in the early 2000s. It was specifically for people to cheat. And the amount of people on this website worldwide was crazy. And it's still, even after it blew up because they were hacked, because they had like low security systems on there, people are still using that website to find other married people who want to cheat.
I'm going to say this as a married man that has a wife, 3 kids, works a 9 to 5 for Live Nation full time, runs 3 companies full time. You got to be a really low, how do I say this? You must not be getting a lot done if you're cheating. When do you have time to do all that? Like, for real?
They make time. People be having.
I'm just saying, you must be getting in that. You must be at work on the slide in the closet for 10 minutes. Like, when do you have time if you really doing life at a high level?
People used to have whole families, 2 families. How was that?
In the plant. How much work they doing in the plant? That's what
I'm not talking about in the
trash.
plant. I just mean men in the 60s or whatever used to have 2 whole families going to 1 family, kids, and a lady at this
Jill,
house
think
and a
about the
lady.
time frame now. They didn't work like they work now. People nowadays work way more. Way more.
Will, what you got say? I know you got something
Hey, I
cooking in
think if
there.
you can afford to have 2 women, go ahead. Why
Oh my
not?
God.
Can
I
you
just knew it was
afford
gonna
it?
be something.
If you, the question is, can you afford it? Because it's only a problem when one feel like they ain't get more than the other. Can you afford it?
I feel like you can always afford it. It's about what level you on and what level they on. I
Hey,
No,
mean,
you're
and
hey,
not
look,
answering the question.
God said follow the laws of the land. The only reason we don't have multiple wives in America is because of the laws of the land. Follow the
hey,
laws of the land.
you got 2 hands. Come on.
Do all men cheat is the question, not whether you
I
can
don't
afford
believe
it.
so. I
Uh,
don't believe so. I just
Every
don't.
man don't cheat. Every man don't cheat. Some people know what they got. Some people
I
don't.
do know that it's a plenty of women I know that you would never believe that cheat. I'll be like, oh my. In fact, I got homegirls and it's like, I feel bad for their husbands. I'll be
Mhm.
like, man, if you knew that I
Hey,
work, you work in entertainment, I'd be like, God, dog.
I see
and
you
you
don't.
know who do y'all think cheat? Like who are the best cheaters? Women.
Women.
Women are better cheaters.
Women.
Women
I
are
Dude.
agree.
better
Hold on,
cheaters.
Will, let me tell you. I have seen women like the dude she messing with, husband there sitting at the same table eat dinner, and then the husband or the other dude a treat. Don't even matter.
Hey,
Knock them both down the same day. It's
hey,
crazy out here, bro.
I done
And
seen
it's
people.
majority older women. It ain't even young joints.
Yeah,
It's women that's like 45 and up. They savages, bro.
when one man leave, the other one pulling up with lunch. Like, here you go, baby. Like,
But the women are smarter because when they get like a little young joint on the side, she like, here, baby, go. She know how to induce. They be want to keep them around to show off. The women, they
yep,
just
They do.
get what she
yeah.
need, keep it moving.
So, Drew, how many times you cheated on your boyfriends? That's crazy. Come
But this is
on,
not
Drew.
about me. This
You
is
a
Now
about
we want
men.
to
cutie.
hear this. I want to know too.
This is about do men cheat?
See, don't dodge the
So,
question.
Will, how many times have you stepped out, or does it even count?
Hey, me personally, I never stepped in, so it's like I do
Oh,
what I want. I'm outside. I'm
I'm
like
gonna say
this.
this. My last relationship, I didn't even know this type of cheating was possible. He told me at one point he dropped me off at the airport and picked someone else up at the same time. So he was that bad. So after a while, I was
oh,
just
he had
like,
to.
man,
You date
I'm
the
gonna
dude
start
that
doing
got
what
the
I want.
bag. He had the bag. He
I just
was
started doing what I wanted. And some of those stories y'all just mentioned, I'm not gonna lie, I definitely was on that type of time
See,
really,
after. Yes, I
I
was.
got a
but
meat
Jill,
dog. That's
Jill.
what's
He
But you hear
deserved
what
it.
she said? You hear what she said, Will? He had the bag because if he could fly her out of town, like, babe, go on a vacation, you cool. They had a little other joint come in.
No. We were in LA. I was coming back home. He dropped me off and was picking someone else up at the airport in LA. He flew someone else out when I was leaving.
wow.
Trash. Oscar the Grouch, like I said.
But you had fun though. You
Yeah,
enjoyed the relationship.
she
I can
showed me.
tell.
Look
He
at
missed.
her.
She
Sure.
missed some shopping sprees, bro.
Nah, I don't got time for that. Mm-mm. So I
How
be in
many
the house.
bags did you get?
Some, some on those LA trips. Don't
So
judge.
does it make it better though, Drew? You got
No,
bags.
no, no, no. The that stuff is not worth all the stress and all of the stuff that came with it. I would just rather. I feel like stuff I could always get myself. I don't need you to get it, so I would just rather be alone and earn those things by myself.
But you can get it
So
quicker.
I already know what to send you. I know what to buy you for Christmas.
What stuff?
Send a flower.
I love flowers.
We gonna hook Jew up with somebody. We're gonna do a speed date for Jew.
Yes, we need an
Speed
episode.
date for Jew. That would be dope. But
Come
you
on,
too,
let's do
dog.
it.
You too. I think we do a speed date for
He
both of
ain't
y'all.
ready.
Hey, you gonna get folks feelings hurt because I'm no, no, I'm straight.
So is the consensus that I'm correct that all men don't cheat?
I don't. think when I was married, I was being cheated on. I never was worried about him cheating on me when I was married. I never felt like I needed to check his phone or anything like that. Now, before we was married, Oscar the Grouch.
For real?
He was outside
I never
dangling.
checked my wife on.
Yeah, no.
It's all good though. We're gonna find you love though, Jew. Valentine's Day coming up soon.
Yeah, sure.
Love is
Moving on. Moving on. So I recently saw this other story. One of Diddy's accusers was caught having bribed her ex to like corroborate her story. Her and her lawyer are still sticking to the story though, saying these things actually happened, even though they the text messages showed her bribe. The bribe was $3 million too.
Dang.
Yeah.
Give me
Would
$3 million.
y'all have went with her story for $3 million?
No, you know what's coming with that.
Hey, 3 million. As long as I get at least one, hey Diddy.
All right, they'd have put another million here. You'd have been out of here, bro.
Hey, you gotta catch me first. I'd have had my plane ticket already bought.
All right. I can see you ain't been in the streets for real.
Right, come on now, be for real, man. Man, you got to be careful with people like that because money that somebody hand may not reach you, but that money can reach you.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's tricky.
So like, are they arresting? Did she get arrested? What's going on?
No.
That should be a crime.
Oh yeah,
It
that
should
case
be
don't
a
get
crime.
too out.
She's still going through with the lawsuit as if those text messages don't exist, and I feel
That should
like
be thrown out.
it makes
Yeah,
it harder for the real victims, and I feel like that's like really the worst part. And I'm glad her ex came forward with those text messages because why don't you just want to ruin someone's life? It's probably already ruined without that, but be a part of bringing someone down with like a lie.
Or is she telling the truth and his people paid him? You know what I'm saying? It can go either way.
But these text messages are from like a year ago.
This is technology. You can.
Yeah, you know what?
It can be manipulated.
True.
And this is something that
I'm
Diddy
just
gonna have to
playing
go
devil's
through.
advocate. That's all.
Hey, but this is something Diddy gonna have to go through. It's gonna be so many people coming up out the woodwork. But is I think by this being exposed, I think this is gonna be a one-up for Diddy just to prove that some people's stories are not true. It's all.
Let me tell you, being on TV, I'm gonna tell you now. They be making those stories, pulling out stuff out of nowhere, and people be posting stuff, blogs. You be like, my wife is literally saying, "Baby, you were laying here with me last night. It's impossible for you."
People do that in real life, so
that's crazy.
Yeah. So that was just a little update on Diddy. But speaking of Diddy, Kanye West is also being sued by his ex-assistant. She said she was sexually assaulted by Kanye at Diddy's recording studio. Supposedly she went there with
Not
a
my
friend.
dog, yay. No, not my dog, yay.
I don't think so either, but I'm just continue on with her story. She they went to the studio, they were given liquor, said if you do not drink the liquor, you can't stay. Claimed she started to feel woozy or whatever and didn't remember anything after.
I done been around Ye too much. He ain't that. I ain't never seen him be that type of guy.
Side note, this is the second time she's tried to sue him this year. So keep that in mind.
Yeah. I just don't see Ye getting down like that. You know, I just don't see it. He didn't smoke some weed. He drink a little bit. Ye the type. If you ain't with it, get out. You know what I'm saying? I ain't taking that side.
He's probably a jerk, but not. I don't get that. You've never heard any of those type of stories about him. This stuff with Diddy.
Ye is fun though. Yeah, you say a jerk, but Ye is like that dude that is like a-hole funny. Like joke, like you know how like Dame Dash, him and Dame Dash got similar characteristics and personality. He's a-hole funny. Like he's really like he care about people and look out for people. But
I love Kanye. I will protect. I love Kanye. But
yes, I love Ye. That's my guy.
But you already know how this is. Another money grab. Man, y'all. Kanye, with all these entertainers, man, you got to be careful, man, because these women, man, obviously they're around you for the clout. They any time they feel they can get a bag from you, they're gonna try to get it, man. I think they just got to be careful, man. You know, because
I don't think it's all women. I don't think it's all women because some of these women are victims. Some of these dudes
Yeah.
have been savages.
But the men are victims as well. The men
Yeah.
are victims. So I
Facts.
was friends with someone in the entertainment industry, and
Did he fly you out?
anytime we went to sleep, I had to give my phone up
Oh.
because they were concerned I would take pictures of them or weird shit. I didn't like it, but I understood, so I did it.
No,
But
that's a real thing.
yeah,
When
they
we was
have
on
to protect
tour,
themselves.
when we just have parties, because I've toured several times. So when we've been on tour, we literally used to lock our stuff up because like girls would steal, try to take
Yep.
pictures. They had to sign certain documentation saying they willingly came up here to hang out, all that type of stuff because like man, like the early 2000s, man, I'm telling you, like you had to be careful, dog. You had to
Yeah.
be careful because like people was partying. Tour life was tour life. Like people party, dog. And I'm the person that only got to go to the first party. So you know how they had the regular party for us regular industry people. Everybody goes to that works in the industry. Then they have their after party, and that's like celebrities and stuff like that. And then we never knew about until recently the
The
after
love
party.
room where
The after
Will
we
went
call it the
to.
after party.
The love room. Will was at the
Hey.
love room.
Will want to go to the after party.
yeah, I do. I
He
do.
wants the drinks that make him feel woozy. Don't you, Will?
Hey, I don't need no. Hey, man. Hey, yeah,
Yeah, I do.
invite me. I ain't gonna tell on nobody. Just don't tell on me.
Well, in them love rooms, they're saying this man on man. So don't drink the juice if you ain't with that.
Nah.
Because it
Hey,
makes you feel woozy.
Jill, I didn't see him deny it though.
hey, man. Look,
Deny.
invite me to all the parties, Jew. Straight up, because I know you be having a VIP. So
She
invite.
VIP.
I'm not
Okay.
VIP. Just Big Jew.
Big Jill.
Do you believe what this woman is saying actually happened or no?
It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard because I probably would have been more on her side if these texts didn't come out with the information of her bribing her ex-boyfriend.
No.
But
She talking about yeah.
yay.
Studio.
With his ex-assistant at Diddy's
I would
studio.
believe it if she'd have said it was somebody in the crew rather than it was Ye, because I kind of know how he moved, and I don't see that really. Ye is really a nerd, man. He's a nerd for real. So I just don't see it really popping like that.
And I don't really put nothing past these entertainers, man. You know, egos get involved, and it's like, yo, and just like you said, if you ain't drinking, you gotta go. If you ain't doing this, you gotta go.
You gotta
So
go. I've seen it.
it could, man. You know, you can't put nothing past these
Let me
people.
tell you, Will, because you'll be a superstar soon. This
Hey,
was so funny. Like the time that girl get to you, dog, she probably got passed about 3 times, dog. And she gonna do whatever to get past security. One of her friends, it's about 3 of them. So one of the girls got to give something up to security. Then the manager got to get some play. So you might get one good clean one by the time it get to you. So
how
be
many
careful,
miles?
dog. Be
Hey,
careful.
hey, got to check that Carfax report by the time she might be hot under the hood by the time she get to you. That thing could be
I've
smoking.
seen a lot, brother. I've seen a lot.
I feel like she would be more believable if this was why didn't you include this in your first lawsuit? I feel like you failed with the first one, so now here you are coming with the second one, hoping this one sticks. Like you're just throwing anything out there right now,
Maybe
trying
she
to.
just remembered.
But
You ain't
being
just remember. Stop
you,
it.
like what would you say to the women that's trying to get in this entertainment business because you're in it, you smack dead like right in the middle of it, and I know people probably approached you with some stuff. What would you say to the ladies like, yo,
Are you talking to me?
yeah,
Oh, to the up and comings, I would just tell them to always be careful, because those people with a little bit of power, they're used to getting their way. So they do not like being told no. So I would just tell them to always be with someone. Do not ever allow yourself to be in a position where something can happen or someone can take advantage of you.
Mm.
That's my advice.
I'll say this too: keep your integrity. Whatever
Yes.
you, I mean, if that's what you own, that's your business. But my thing is keep your integrity intact and be a and stick to who you are. It ain't no shortcuts in this game. You either
Yeah, and that
go
stuff will come out at some point. And do when
back.
you're 40 years old, do you want these stories out there? Or I don't know. For me, my image is important. The way people view me is important. Not like I care, but I plan on having businesses. So I would hate for those things to come out now. Once I'm trying to move to another level, or whatever. So,
Mm. Okay.
but with these two last stories we talked about, Diddy and Kanye, do you think these things coming out are an attack on black men? I saw this conversation too with, I believe it was Melissa Ford on Instagram. An original baddie video vixen back in the early 2000s.
Yeah, she driving that Honda Accord, and then she got her
Yeah.
a Lexus.
Yeah. I don't think it's. I think we're in the forefront of everything because, like, we are hip hop, we are entertainment. So I think, like, just because, like, it's just like it's being more light shined on us. But at the end of the day, I think we have to take a responsibility to be like, yo, you got to watch what you say. You got to watch what you do. I don't think it's just an attack on us. We also have who was it? Harvey Weinstein, uh, Epstein. I think it's just a time where stuff is starting to trickle down. And if you did something, it's a 50-50 chance that you're gonna get exposed now because it's
It's a
coming.
two. It's twofold to me, and I'm gonna break it down to you. First of all, let's not excuse any crimes that may have been committed. Um, you did the crime, so it's a chance of you being caught when you do illegal activity, especially taking advantage of women, men. Because don't forget, it's not just women suing; it's men suing too
Right.
that have been taken advantage of. So they all are victims, whoever stories are true. But the other thing too is these are things that have occurred for a lot of times over a decade, and a lot of times these industries they want you to do some of these things so that they can have something over your head as they build you up so they can control you. So what I've seen that's been a reoccurrence that I've seen is when they buck the system or they challenge things financially. Like I'm gonna say before Diddy, think about what went on with Michael Jackson when they were fighting over that publishing, him owning all that percentage of Sony. They destroyed his part. They destroyed his image. They wanted to drag him in court. We don't know if it's true about the kids, but you notice what happened when we go to Bill Cosby, when we
Yeah.
go um to Puffs, we talk Diddy, once that lawsuit he placed against Diego, and that's when a lot of these things came out after that. So I look at it as twofold. you know um they always try to hold stuff over your head. I see a lot of women in the industry when it comes to you might have did a little porn or you might have did like a little freaky video and you don't want it to come out and they hold that stuff over you. So same thing with men and some of the things that they've done. So I look at it as a twofold. But a crime is a crime, but they probably look at it like that's in politics too. They got to have something on you before they let you go all the way to the top because they want to
Yeah.
be able to control you.
Yeah,
True.
I don't think this is an attack on black men. Like you said, there was Jeffrey Epstein, there's Harvey Weinstein, there's, I'm pretty sure, Kevin Spacey. Like, it's lots of white men who have gone through the same thing. I just feel like people in our circle, in our world, feel like it's an attack on black men because they're not really exposed to these stories about who's checking for Kevin Spacey? Most of these people get their news from the Shade Room. The Shade Room is not talking about or reporting on a Kevin Spacey or someone like that. So in the reader's mind, it's just a black person in every story that this is happening to. But I think it's just about time. It's just about time. These people needed to be checked, and it's just unfortunate that the ones that are being checked currently, not even unfortunate, but it just happens to be black men on at the top of the list. And I
I just
think,
don't want to see anybody taken down that just really didn't occur. So
yeah,
if it
well,
occurred, if you did the crime, then if it's exposed, you got to do the time. You know.
yes. So also, you just had a new episode of your show, Love and Marriage Detroit. I have to say, this was probably one of my favorite episodes, and that is because I felt like it was a lot more positive in this one. Real conversations, not drama.
Y'all want
Then
to see more of that? Y'all want to
I
see
just
more of?
felt like I could relate to a lot of the things you guys talked about. What is he smiling about? What's going on over there? I mean,
I
the
like
episode started off with the drama. There was still the Kim and Christina drama, but
Big
I didn't
Jew's
even.
favorite person, Kim.
My favorite for sure.
yeah. But one thing that I did like, I like how Brandon stepping up, man. He trying to get back in the house to his wife and them two beautiful girls, man. And
Hmm.
I was watching. I say, yeah, dog. That's what you got to do, man. Sometimes you got to put yourself aside. Because at first, I was looking at Brandon like, man, come on, bro. If that's not the twinkiest stuff I ever heard or
Twinkie
saw
is.
with the
I
feeling,
enjoyed seeing him in the studio with Christina. I thought
yeah,
that was like a nice moment. I felt like he was really helping her, and because I felt like it looked like he knew what he was doing. Like the things he was telling her, the methods he was telling her. I don't do music, so I don't know what I'm talking about. But it looked like he knew what he was talking about, and I felt like it helped her, and I thought that was nice to see.
now that's one thing you can't take away from Brandon. Brandon, he knows his music. That's one thing you can say whatever you want to say to him, but that's one thing you can't take away from him. I remember going to the Star Factory I think it was on some auditions, and he was there doing this thing, and this was like over like 10 years ago.
Hmm.
So I think like with the music, you can't take it away from him. But I did like that. I like how he brought that confidence and how
Yeah.
like his wife, you could tell she was scared when she first went in there, but when he was right there, she did her thing. And that's one thing Brandon got to look at. You see what he did just by him being there, that confidence that he gave his wife. I'm like, bro, right there. You
It
see
sounds
that?
like most of their marriage on the show has been negative, so it was just nice to see them not in a
You
negative.
think so? Most of
I
it's
feel
been
like
negative.
I feel like the first season, it was the very first episode. Was it the anniversary or the birthday picnic
That
thing?
was episode one.
I
You
feel
might be
like
right, Jew.
it was episode one, and then it was that, and then it was the wine tasting. They got into it at your wife's thing.
Hmm.
I feel like it's just been a lot of negative about their marriage. This season started with them being separated, so it was just nice to see them
I see what
in
you're
a
saying.
in a
I think
different
because I
light.
know them, I've seen where they've had some great moments.
Yeah,
So I was just thinking, like, their marriage is not all negative. That's just what they
I'm
decided to show on TV.
right. So
Yeah,
it was
their
nice that
marriage is
they
not
showed
all
something
negative.
else.
They
And
love each other. Like, I wish they would show more. They love each other.
now, Anthony, this is something that I didn't know, man, about
Mhm.
you.
What's
I
that?
didn't I didn't know how like your family was like one of the main pushers and pioneers of the what was it, Youthville, Detroit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I didn't know that, bro. Now I gotta I gotta salute you on that, you and your family, bro, because y'all really like putting things out here for the youth, bro. Like
Mhm.
it's nothing out here for them to do, and you wonder why they get in trouble, you know. And I think what you and your family done, y'all gave these kids of the city like a purpose, bro. And I just wanted to
Appreciate
like, yo, make sure I say something to you about that. Because when I seen it, I'm like, yo, but I never knew who was behind it.
It's funny, like I said, I helped write. I wrote most of the programs there when I was a kid, a teenager. and then cool dudes. I know you know who Martez is that shoot film and all that. Like guys like that was at Uville, and we all came up together. And then like a lot of them out here killing it in the game right now. So yeah, like my family has done a lot in the community in a lot of different sectors. You know, so yeah, we got a pretty dope family. Pretty
Yeah,
dope.
and the conversation with your aunt, I feel like was very special. I feel like people don't really talk about grief enough. I
Mm.
feel like that's why I said it was relatable. You know, some things I've experienced, so
Mhm.
I understood. Like it made me emotional, and I just wanted to
Ooh.
tell you that I feel like your dad would be so proud of you. Like you
Appreciate you,
are
man.
doing so well, and I just want to make sure you know that.
Appreciate that.
I'm sure you do, but I felt like that was it. And then also with Kobe talking to her aunt. Side note, her aunt does not look old enough to be her aunt. That black is not cracking. She looks great.
Yeah, and her mom is a twin like my wife is. My
Right.
wife's a twin, her
Oh, your
mom.
wife is a twin.
Yep.
Okay. Y'all didn't have any twins?
We did not. My grandmother's a twin. Like we both.
Oh.
I got twins all in my family too.
Oh, don't keep trying.
Hey,
No,
yeah,
we
good.
Don't
done.
keep
She
trying.
tied them too. It's no more.
Oh.
No
I'm
more.
about to say, hey, you gonna drop two
But
like
dude, I do want to go back to one thing. When you talked about grief, because when my grandmother passed, that it was when I was in college, and that's what grew me up. That's what drew me closer to God, because I owed her. I had a lot of promises to keep to her, because that's who raised me. You know, That's who really placed God in me. You know, and then like when my father passed, you know. That was my dog. We was more like brothers than anything. And so like I know like I want to touch on this a little more, Drew, if you're okay with it, because I know what you've walked through with losing somebody so close to you, and you know you losing your husband and then having to raise these kids yourself. I can't. The strength that you have is amazing to me. So you be doing it.
Well, thank you. And I feel like that loss also grew me up. Those things I spoke about with my ex, I would never entertain that stuff now. I feel like it's made me realize what's important now is pushed me more towards my goals. I feel like I had to be serious because honestly, he was like my safety net. I knew whatever, if I need something, he got me. So I can not slack. But since he's died, I've graduated school. I've progressed in my career so much. So as awful as it was, I feel like it kind of put things into perspective for me. I feel like I have to do great now because there is no one else for my kids who if I don't do great, who else is gonna do it for them?
So I just
So
want to say salute to you, family. We
straight
see.
up, straight up.
thank you. So I wanted to talk about the men's movement too. It looked very nice. You had a lot of good speakers. Super cool that you had Eminem and D12's manager there speaking. I thought that was cool.
Trick Trick was there.
I thought it was cool that you
Um,
had Miss Michigan and she spoke
yeah,
on losing her dad at
yeah.
a young age. And I feel like a lot of people don't talk about that enough with kids who
Mhm.
lose their parents early. I none of my friends had experienced that. So now my kids are, and I'm kind of like, So I wish they had people to speak to them,
Yeah.
like you had. So that was cool that you provided that. But with speaking of the men's movement, I wanted to point out that you are a funny guy. You said when Brandon came and said you need to apologize,
Mm-hmm.
and that's never gonna happen. And you called her a little bird. I was like,
Fact.
little bird,
Yeah.
little bird.
Bird activity. I was talking about bird activity.
I know
Um,
it was just funny. I was like, look
yeah.
at Anthony getting a little spicy on here.
Hey, hey, man, you gotta watch these women that be called talking about spicy and all that, dog. You see how they be trying to do black men? You peep that, Will?
Oh
I
yeah,
just said spicy. You was giving the little zingers
But
out.
you see how they be trying to do it, so you
and
peep
so
that.
sometimes you gotta snap back,
I
act
do
hard.
want to make one correction though. That event, that is Entertainment University. That's my programs that's been in the school systems for years, and they did a partnership with Man's Movement. Of course, the show want to just talk about what they want to talk about, but
Oh,
those are all my kids from my Entertainment University program.
Okay.
well, I thought that was great. That's
Yeah.
special that you do that for them. We need some more of those type of things in the city.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I wish I could remember. Bravo had he said something that was very funny when you and Brandon were talking, and I can't
Oh,
remember
he
what it
said. I
is.
remember what he said.
What did he
He
say?
said, calling her a bird's better than another B word that
Yes,
could be
that's
used.
exactly what it was. And I was like, Bravo. I feel like he just kind of just chills and then just puts a one liner in every
Yeah, he
now
do
and then, and
that.
it's funny.
That's him. That's him, and that's who he is.
Yeah.
But he right though. Luckily, I don't use that type of language. So you know,
Luckily, he said.
luckily,
Luckily.
yeah,
So we're
luckily.
gonna leave it at bird. The bird. Leave it
That
at
is hot.
bird. Will, you got any more for love and marriage? What did you think of the episode?
Hey, at the end of the day, I just love love, even though I'm not in love. But
You're not in love yet.
well, help
Mm.
me out, Jew. Point me in the right direction.
We both need a dating episode at this point because
Ah,
no,
She
for
said.
real. Give
it's
me a
getting
dating
cold
episode.
outside. Yeah,
She
but
said, "Drink the tea, y'all. Drink the tea."
we ain't drinking tea. I'm sipping Henny over here.
Well, they need to drink something because I got nothing left. But I did think this episode, I felt like it was a lot of grief. It was a lot of real emotions, even with Kobe's aunt talking about how she lost her twins. And she had the thought, why me? And I had that thought before, like, why does this happen to me? Why is this happening to my kids? And I saw something at one point that said, why not you? What makes you
Mm.
better than the next person to where this can not happen to you, but this should happen to someone else? And I had to really start thinking about that and just, well, these are my circumstances now. So now
Mm-hmm.
I just have to move forward with what they are.
Mm. Yeah, gotta. He gonna
God
build
will
you up.
humble you.
He gonna build you up.
He's
If you
going to
don't
build.
never walk through things, how are you gonna grow?
Yeah. And it's
You gotta
also
walk
made
in the
me
something.
realize how strong I am. I feel like some of the
Yeah,
things I've experienced, I don't think most people could survive them,
yeah,
honestly.
yeah.
But I feel like there was a lot of that in this episode, and it was really relatable, more relatable than people arguing over cell phones and the
He
such.
ain't let that go, Will. He
I
ain't
see
let
what you mean. He like, yo,
go.
that's stuck in her head.
She
Big
brought the
Jill
cell
go.
phone up again on the
Big Jill
episode,
go.
so I can still talk
It
about it.
came
She
up again.
she brought it up when she was with Christina, like
Oh,
when she was throwing the clothes
The stuff
out.
on the yep.
Yeah,
When
she
she was
brought the
throwing the
cell
stuff
phones up
on the
again. So
floor.
I'm bringing the cell
no.
phone.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that only tutus that was thrown out? I
I
didn't see
couldn't really
anything else.
tell.
I
I
did,
didn't see a
yeah.
shirt. I didn't see no socks. I didn't see
It
a
was just
jacket.
looking like
It just looks
fabric.
like tulle, like fluff.
The
Yeah, I'm
Mhm.
like, what is she throwing on the floor? But
maybe
hey,
it was a tutu collection.
I don't know. I couldn't tell, but it was crazy to me. I probably would have just. I feel like I would have handled it similar to Christina.
But
I'm gonna
was
let
she
you.
like? Was she bringing it to give it back to her, or did she plan to throw it? I
I think
wonder.
she planned to. They're the same to me, like because
But ain't nobody gonna
it,
plan to come throw something at somebody. Come on, you think so? You
no,
think she?
she did. I think she planned to bring it because she had an issue with the young lady. Like, okay, you want to talk about me? Okay, well, look, check this out. You take this trash, you take this, and obviously it was something that she gave her, you know, something out of her wardrobe or something
it
like
was something
that.
from her collection.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember
She's
Christina said her collection. I think.
yeah.
yeah. So
So I
And
would have.
then let's say this though, for all of these women, they all have businesses, and it's not easy to do any business. So kudos to them for even trying and pushing out their companies. I just felt like they can work together because they all are, all of them have a gift and a talent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I think
not on this episode for nothing. But I feel like you gotta watch how you handle yourself on these shows or in public because I feel like someone who wanted to do business with you can see that behavior and choose not to now. So I feel like I would have handled it the same way Christina did. You're gonna sit here and look like a fool by yourself. I'm gonna stay calm, let you look crazy, and have a nice day. See you next time. I'm never gonna be a clown in the circus with you basically.
So, question, Big Jew, because I've seen on these other shows, because Love and Marriage Detroit is a very, to me, still shows excellence in a way that people know how to handle themselves. It's just
Mhm.
words. I've seen on some of these other shows where they actually like would have threw a drink in your face. How
Oh
would
yeah,
you
you
handle
guys were
that?
definitely more tame.
Oh, for
More
sure.
tame. Yes.
They
That
be
was
moving tables on some of these other shows.
the most dramatic thing I've seen
Yeah.
thus far.
Okay. So if you'd have caught it, if you were sitting there in that situation, she threw the clothes, that didn't move you, and then a nice little drink hit you right in the face. What's
I would
happening?
have clocked out at that point. You're not throwing anything at me and think we're gonna just walk away. Nope.
Yeah.
You
Nope.
would have did this. You would have took your napkin and said, "Oh my god." You would have did that.
I would have blinked real hard, then would have been out of my seat doing something else. Whatever my body decided to do at that point is what would have happened.
I was just asking.
Nah.
Judah, like she ain't scared to throw them hands.
I always say I do not like confrontation, but I am not afraid of confrontation.
You
Like
don't choose violence is not your first result.
yeah, no, it's just not. But
Yeah, I don't oppose at times. He moving some furniture, you know. I'll move.
sometimes you just gotta give them just a little bit.
And I don't
And,
care.
and sometimes that's the only thing people respect is violence. Because how many times you can tell somebody, I'm not the one, chill out, just do this, do
Yeah.
this, but they still just want to, I got you.
I was present for one taping of your show where I thought it was gonna get a
You thought
little.
it's about to go there, huh?
I thought it was.
Yeah.
I really hope I'm not in the background doing this because I felt like
I hope you are, because I'm going to circle it and post it.
Oh god.
Yeah,
No.
love.
Well, so that's all I got for love it. Ouch. Marriage. Do we
So
have
we
more
want
time?
to welcome Big Jew to Love and Marriage Detroit. Shout out to Big Jew. Woo!
I was introduced on there by Bravo, but I just assumed that was gonna get edited out. So
Yeah, I don't think that made the cut.
I hope it didn't make the cut.
You got to get her as the new cast member, man. Come on.
This is Love and Marriage. I don't have love or marriage.
Hey, we can figure something out. We can figure something out.
We
Big
need
Jew
like
in the city. Oh, that's what.
Yeah,
Big
we need
Jew in
like
the city.
a
You gotta find her love, Anthony.
flavor of love or.
Let me tell you, Will already know. There's some things in the works, Jew.
Come on.
You might get what you asked for.
Okay,
Hey.
well,
Things in
help
the
a
works.
sister out.
You know
Hey,
I
come
got
on.
you.
Hey, you know
Haven't
what?
always held you down. You know I got you.
I'm gonna personally vet these guys too. I'm gonna go out.
Cause you a little wild.
Hey,
Who you
look,
want to bet for you, Jew?
I think both of y'all. I feel like y'all both will bring something.
I think it would be fly because we got to get him to go through it too. So I'll bring some people with me, and then both of y'all go on this dating show. That'll be live.
Nah, we gonna focus on
Who
Jew.
will find love first? Who finds love first?
I don't know. Will.
Nah.
Yeah, watch Will falling. He gonna fall in love hard.
Hard.
It's 8 o'clock.
Nah. Jew, it's all on you, man, because you deserve somebody. Somebody rock solid.
No more Oscar the Grouches, please.
Oh
no
no.
more trash. No more
No,
trash.
hey, you got to get a certain caliber type of guy, Jew. Believe you.
Well, what are those calibers? Because what calibers are we counting? Do you mean
I'm
success or
yeah.
mentally? No, because that's the problem. The successful ones, like Glorilla was saying, the ones I have chose, they ain't it. They have big egos, so they think they can do what they want and say what they want, and they're used to people needing them, so they feel like I'm gonna do this. She needs me. She's not going anywhere. Then I be gone.
Now we got to make sure this guy is mentally good, physically good, because at the end of the day, I ain't trying to have to leave out my house at 2:00 in the morning because somebody done said something crazy to you. You know what I'm saying? They just so
you gonna pull up?
Hey, I'm pulling up. Hey,
you know, we all pull up. We ain't worried about that.
Say, I don't like to talk. Hey.
Okay, cool.
Come on, man. But yeah, we gonna make that happen.
I'm holding y'all to it.
Oh
I
yeah.
got you.
For the love of Big Jew.
For the love of
Big
Big
Jew in
Jew.
the city. Yeah.
Jew in the city. We're gonna see
Jew
what
in
happens.
the City. My favorite show is Sex in the City, so Jew in the City.
My wife loves. That's her show too.
I've watched the full season once already this year, and I'm halfway through it with my sister.
Y'all would have wonderful talks about that. She breaks it down.
Yes,
She loves that show.
I love it. I can't wait to meet your wife one day.
Y'all met.
You mean when I was there for your
But y'all met. You can't say
taping?
y'all ain't met.
But that don't count. She just
Okay,
thought
you
I
want
was
to have conversation.
She just thought I was a girl working for Bravo, giving y'all drinks.
No, she didn't.
Count.
I told her who you were. She never thought that.
No. Well, she probably never thought she'd have to see me again.
Nope.
Dude, shut up.
I'm just saying. I want to meet
on
her. No, what I'm saying is I want to meet her for real. Like not in.
You want to meet her for real. You will. Both of y'all will.
I don't feel like that counts as a meeting.
Both of you will. I will make sure both of y'all meet the wife.
Yes. And nothing to your and I like y'all family dynamic, bro.
Dope.
Because I'm a single guy. You feel me? And I be when I see y'all, I'll be like, yo, that's I like that. I like the dynamic of you and your wife, man. I like how like on the show, you know how you when you see two couples, they just going like this. I like y'all communication, bro.
Appreciate that.
And my thing is, do you guys like before y'all do any of the taping, do y'all be like, look, we're not gonna make us look stupid or say anything that when the cameras go off, Anthony sleeping on the couch?
Nah, I mean, we pretty much the same everywhere we go, to be real with you. But we had such a foundation before we got married. You know, like when it come to God and faith, like we knew how we wanted to raise our kids. We knew a lot of things, our goals and aspirations. So when you've had time to spend time together for years before marriage, we pretty much we grew up together too. You got to remember we got together in college, so we was teenagers. So we kind of like continuously grow together. And I've never been like, I know y'all don't believe this because of the show, but I've never been, we don't argue. Like, she'll tell you, like, I don't argue. I'll be like, okay, well, we can sit down and talk about this. Like, that just ain't my thing, you know. But if you like cross the line with my people, I'm a pit bull, you know, real talk. I'm coming. Like, I'm talking about wife, family, friends. Like, I go hard for my people. So,
I can see that. And I feel like y'all, it's very clear y'all are teammates. Like y'all are partners. And I feel like that's so important. Whoever I end up with, I would like them to be my teammate. Like partners and everything. I think that's one of the most important parts.
It's the way you view things too, because I always view my wife because like I'm gonna take it to the word of God. Y'all know how I am. Like, what did God do? He took from Adam's rib and she walked side from his side. And then she's supposed to walk side by side with you so that y'all can see things from all sides and angles. So I always believe like your wife is your partner and you know, y'all supposed to protect each other in those blind spots. And then the beautiful thing is that men and women see things differently. We communicate differently. We think differently so that together you can accomplish all things.
I believe that.
Yeah, I'll receive that.
Yeah, Will still ain't trying to receive no marriage, so look at him.
Yeah.
Will
Not
is
yet.
Will is for the streets.
That's like trying to run up a hill with about 100 pounds of bricks in your book bag. I'm like, yo, you know what? This shit too heavy.
Get it together. You're gonna get real old one day, and you're not gonna have a wife to take care of you. Who you gonna have?
I'm gonna call Big Jew.
I'm gonna be with my husband. My husband gonna be like, "Girl, you are not gonna help him. Goodbye."
That's messed up. That's messed up, man.
I'll send you to the best nursing home around.
That's love. Nursing home is expensive.
All right, Jew.
Get you a wife. Gotta get you a wife.
All right, you gotta.
Another dope episode with the crew. My girl Big Jew, my dog Will. We're gonna keep bringing Detroit to the world, y'all. Peace.